Now prices, everybody wants to know prices, obviously. Every single market is down. Every single city that I cover in Halton and Peel, they're down. In this video, we're going to be talking about the impact that the rate hikes have had so far on the real estate market. As you guys probably know, there was one in early March, then early April, and then just happened a few days ago, June 1st. Okay, so let's get started. The reason I'm making this is because maybe we can use this as like a rough guideline as to maybe kind of try to predict what might happen in the future, because as you guys probably all know, there's more rate hikes coming. So what I did was I compared May of this year to May of last year, and just to check the number of sales and what kind of impact the rate hikes have had. So pretty solid performance last year, but the numbers are way down. Like Brampton and Mississauga are being hit the hardest. They're down about 41%. And every other market's down as well, like 20, 27, 39%. So that's the number of sales on the Toronto Real Estate Board. And this is how many listings are available as of June 10th on the Toronto Real Estate Board for each city. Brampton, Mississauga, Milton, Oakville, and Burlington. And this is how many of them, out of these, this is how many of them have had to drop their price for one reason or another. More than likely, the listing's not selling, so they drop their price to make it a bit more attractive. And another stat I think that's important is, out of these ones, this is how many are sitting on the market for longer than 2 weeks. Now I picked 2 weeks because in the winter nothing was taking longer than 1 week to sell, so that's why I picked 2 weeks in random. So like over half of the listings in Mississauga are taking longer than 2 weeks to sell, and they haven't sold yet. And I think it's about a 50 to 60% if you look at these stats here. Yeah. Now, why am I showing you guys these stats? I think these are important stats to know because in case you guys are thinking of putting your house up for sale, you want to know, okay, what are my chances of ending up here? I don't want to end up here, so let's price it accordingly. You make sure you bring this up with your agent. And what are my chances I'm going to end up here because I don't have that kind of time? I want to sell in 10 days, so the price will be different. Or I don't mind trying out the market for a month. So that's the reason I'm showing you guys these stats. It's not to depress you guys, but it's just to show you what's going on out there day to day. Now prices. Everybody wants to know prices, obviously. Every single market is down. Every single city that I cover in Halton and Peel, they're down. Oakville, in terms of prices, hit the hardest. Oakville detached homes are down 568,000. Now then I was like, you know what? Because I made another video just on Oakville, so I was like, oh, maybe there's a mistake. So I checked median prices because they tend to be a bit more stable. And even for median prices, they were down 511,000. So Oakville's down quite a bit for detached homes, and every other market's down about like $250,000 or so. Milton not doing too badly. Comparing this, I mean, $100,000 drop is bad. I don't mean to say it's not bad. I just mean comparison to others. And if you guys want to see what's been going on January to May, month by month, every single market is down, like, Burlington, Milton, Oakville. And freehold townhouses for average prices. Same thing here, they're down almost $200,000, I would say, on average. And this is from January to May. Condo townhouses, same thing, they're also down, like the highest being Oakville again, minus $242,000. Everything else under 100. That's for condo townhouses. Condos, in comparison to other types of homes, not doing too badly. Burlington's actually up $483. And everything else seems to be down. Now, if I was to show you guys stats from like February or March for condos, these numbers would be a lot higher, like how much they're down. But just for the sake of consistency, I want to stick to January because I don't want to just start picking random months and comparing to those because it's a more shocking number, because that's not cool. I just want to stay consistent, and the numbers are what they are. So that's all I'm doing, just trying to stay consistent. Sales to new listings ratio. This is another stat that the industry uses to check which kind of market we're in. They say that if it's under 40%, we are in a buyer's market. If it's over 60, we are in a seller's market. If it's between 40 to 60, it's a balanced market. Okay, so let's look at SNLR. So these are just straight screenshots from the Toronto Real Estate Board. And what I've done is I've checked for January and compared it to May. And you can look, let's look at Burlington, for example. Burlington was at 82% in January, and now it's down to 71.7. So about 9% drop or so. Oakville was at 77.5. Now it's at 67. Mississauga was at 76, and now it's at 67. So in general, they're down about 9% or so in 5 months. Once again, why is this important is all I'm doing is, the reason I'm bringing you guys all these stats is for you guys to be able to make decisions with information, not just from flyers and ads on Facebook and the market's great, blah, 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 but real raw data. Because if you're thinking of selling and you're thinking, maybe I'll wait 3-4 months, the market might recover. The way the trend is going, I don't see it recovering anytime soon. And if you're thinking of buying, maybe you should have less panic now in compared to winter, because winter time, like, yes, there was panic time for sure. But maybe now you don't need to panic that much, because now you can take some time, because as you can see here, listings are taking longer to sell. So you have time to go see maybe 10 houses before you can make a decision. So that's the only reason I'm showing you guys all this stuff. I don't mean to depress you guys. But, I think it's just better to know upfront what's going on before you guys list the house up for sale, or before you jump into the market if you're thinking of buying a house. So as always, if I haven't depressed you guys enough, if you guys still want to work with me, realtorvic.ca is where you can find me. And I think that's about it. Thanks. See you.